Hello, my friends, and welcome back.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of a fat activist claiming that all gyms are fat phobic. She goes on to say that she hates working out with thin people, and she's created some new fitness classes that are plus size only. No thin people allowed. We're also going to be taking a look at a couple of bonus clips from this same creator. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache. The caption at the bottom reads, "I only love movement when I'm moving with other fat people." Okay.
The only time I've actually enjoyed moving, exercise, fitness, physical activity, whatever we want to call it. The only time I've ever really enjoyed it has been when I'm moving with only other large-bodied people who look like me.
Okay. What would you say if thin people said, "I only enjoy exercising with other thin people. I don't like being around larger people"? What would you think about that? Would that be some kind of phobia? Perhaps fat? This is a weird video, huh? I only like working out with other fat people. Okay, what's the point of this? Are you selling a product? Are you going to try to sell us a product by the end of this?
Traditional fitness spaces and environments are not built for plus-size people.
What do you mean? You guys require a different kind of dumbbell or something? Or people living in a larger body require a special kind of leg press machine? Or y'all can't walk on a regular treadmill like everybody else? What kind of special accommodations do you need at the gym now?
Traditionally, fitness instructors really don't know what to do if a fat person is unable to perform a movement.
You sure? You think that if you went to a personal trainer and tried to do like a bench press or something and you couldn't do it, they wouldn't know what to do? Gee, coach, I can't lift this. I'm having a lot of trouble with this movement. Really? Crap. This is no good. Well, I guess you can't work out here anymore. I can't think of literally any other type of exercise that we could possibly do. If this one exercise is not working out for you, I'm drawing a blank here. I'm just a stupid personal trainer. What would I know about various different types of exercises that people could do? That's what I thought, man. You personal trainers are morons, bro. I guess we're gonna have to shut down the gym. Sorry, guys. I don't know what the hell's going on. You don't think that they could come up with any ideas for other exercises that you could do if you're having trouble with that one?
Or a pose. The equipment can have weight limits that are inhibiting.
Everything in life has some kind of weight limit. I don't believe we've yet come up with adamantium, which is that mystery metal that Wolverine's skeleton was made from the X-Men, I believe. Was that adamantium? So therefore, every single piece of equipment on the planet has a weight limit. Even if it's made of like the most heavy-duty steel, everything has a weight limit.
And the people can be really intimidating. And at worst, they might outwardly make fun of fat people.
The people can be really intimidating. Okay, well, I don't think anybody is being intimidating. I think that you are being intimidated by other people through no fault of their own. If you see some super buff dude at the gym, he's not being intimidating. He's just getting his workout in, and he's probably one of the sweetest people that you've ever met in your life, like Joey Swole. You are choosing to be intimidated by that person.
Have you ever moved with just people that look like you?
No, I'm not that superficial. You don't need to look like me for me to think that you have value or that I have value.
Let me know.
Okay, so that was crazy. This person gets intimidated by other people at the gym and therefore doesn't want to be around them and is saying that they are the issue. All those people are intimidating. They're literally just sitting there lifting their weights or doing whatever they do. If you choose to be intimidated by people, that's a you problem, dude. Next. The caption reads, "Plus size only virtual workout classes 2 times per week." Oh, so you are selling a product. I am shocked.
I'm Kylie. I teach movement classes.
Okay, I'm Kylie. I have the claw hand of redemption.
For only other plus size people.
For only other plus size people. So if I went to go work out with you, you would turn me down. You'd be like, you're not plus size enough. You can't work out with us. What? Can you imagine if you made a fitness class for only thin people? The type of backlash that you would get from the fat acceptance community?
And I'd love to see you in a class in 20.
Virtual classes, though. We're not actually going to a physical place, and we're not actually going to do any physical activity. Not only do you show up virtually, you do virtual exercises.
24. The class itself involves a workout portion and a community building / processing / discussion portion.
Community building, processing, and discussion as part of our workout routine. What? I've never been to a workout class where there was a discussion portion before. That's interesting.
After we move together, my mission is to create a space for other plus size people to repair their relationship to movement that's low stress, low pressure, non-judgmental.
Judgmental. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to harp on the vocal fry, but it's pretty bad.
And inclusive.
Okay, that's all good and well, but is there going to be any actual working out going on here? Are we going to sweat? Are we going to exert ourselves at all? Or is this more about the discussion and the inclusion? Although it's not really inclusive if thin people aren't allowed there, right? If we're being real here.
You barely need any space at home to participate in a Move and Mend class. You can do the movements standing or seated.
All right, so you want me to pay you to watch a video of you encouraging me to pedal on my stationary bike or whatever.
And we always encourage you to listen to your body.
Does that mean to stop when it starts to get difficult? Like just when you start exerting yourself, you better stop.
And no variation of any movement is better than the other.
Okay, so there's no goals, we're not going to exert ourselves, and there's no thin people allowed. Where do I sign up? What is the class? Okay, you've told us everything that it is not. It is not a place where I can get a good workout. It's not a place where I am welcomed. What is it then?
Other plus size people, we've been punished with movement, we've been...
If you think that movement is punishment, then what are you doing starting a fitness class? In the past, I've been punished with movement. I'm here to turn it all around. That's not the mentality that I want for my spin class instructor. I want somebody that enjoys movement.
Humiliated, probably. We've been judged. We've been shamed. And it's time to let all of that go.
By not allowing thin people to join our class. Okay. It sounds like we're really letting things go and moving on.
A healthier relationship with movement without the influence of diet culture as a plus-size person.
So we're going to move and whatnot, but we're not going to give ourselves the proper fuel to do so. Okay, that's smart.
Is possible.
All right, well, I think it's going to be difficult to heal our relationship with movement if we still consider exercise to be a punishment. Next.
If you're fat or if you grew up fat, do you know, like, exactly when your relationship to movement became strained?
Yeah, around the time that I started getting fat. The less I moved, the fatter I got. It's weird.
I find it interesting that so many fat kids...
By the way, you could aim the camera a little bit higher. We could just go ahead and just raise it up just a little bit right here.
That turned fat adults had similar experiences in school gym class. And I think about, like, wow, what if my gym teacher when I was a kid was like, you're not bad for not being great at this or not being fast?
Yeah, what if the gym teacher was more supportive, I guess?
Sometimes I think about that and, like, that could have changed my life.
Really? Really? If the gym teacher had told you, you know what? If you're not that fast, it's fine. That could have changed your life. Well, that's on you then. If such stupid interactions with other people are making or breaking your entire life, that's literally on you. You cannot control what people say to you, but you can control how you react to it. Stop blaming other people for where you're at today. If only this one teacher had been a little bit more supportive, I wouldn't have gone on to do heroin for 50 years. Like, bro, stop.
Instead, we were just made to think something was wrong with us, we were bad.
I don't think they did any of that. They were just like, hey kids, here are the fitness goals that we have set forth. You're going to want to be able to achieve these goals so that you have demonstrated a minimal amount of fitness that is required to be healthy as a human being. Basically. I doubt that they were berating you for not getting the best time in the mile or whatever.
When that's absolutely not the case.
Alright, so she says that if her gym teachers had encouraged her more when she was younger, she wouldn't be where she is today. What do you mean you wouldn't be where you are today? You're teaching plus-size classes. You're at the top of your game. Why would you want to be anywhere else? No, I'm just kidding, but I disagree with all of that. It's silly to blame your entire life on a couple of interactions that you had with teachers when you were younger. Of course they can influence you, but it's up to you to get over that and grow up and move on. Next.
Some idiot ass commented on a creator I follow's post about how her unhealthy lifestyle, some bullshit, somebody else commented lifestyle, and I'm just like, when did being fat equal having a lifestyle?
Okay.
I mean, I know what it is. It's fat stereotypes.
Like, she's not just ending the word with vocal fry, she's starting the word with vocal fry, which I don't think I've ever seen.
But we've all agreed that not all thin people hit the gym all the time. They don't always eat the most healthy, nutritious foods.
Right, but they are not chronically eating food in excess, otherwise they would be obese.
So being thin isn't a lifestyle.
Well, it's a lack of eating to excess, or the wrong types of foods, or whatever. It wouldn't be safe to assume that every thin person is healthy because you don't know how they eat or how they exercise. But it would be safe to assume that every obese person is unhealthy, because obesity itself is considered a disease.
But being fat is, apparently.
Well, like I said, I don't know how somebody got thin, but I do know how they got fat.
It's very much reminding me of how we can all agree that people can be naturally thin.
No, I never agreed that anybody's naturally thin.
But nobody's naturally fat, right?
They're not naturally thin either.
It's all so exhausting and so boring.
What, when people say that being obese is because of an unhealthy lifestyle? It is exhausting for our internal organs. And that was the end of that. Next.
People say fat people don't want to move their bodies. Is that true?
I don't know. The bigger it gets, the harder it is to move, so.
Do we not want to move our bodies? Or do we not want to put ourselves in the position to potentially be ridiculed or demeaned in public?
Okay, so you don't want to move your body because you think people might make fun of you. And that's those people's fault because you think that they might make fun of you. This isn't our own personal issue at all.
Do we not want to move, or do we have a lot of trauma from when movement was used as a punishment against us?
I don't know if I would call it trauma, even if you were punished with movement. Even if you were made to do push-ups as punishment or something stupid like that, I still wouldn't call that trauma. Yeah, that sucks, and nobody should be doing that because you're setting your kid up to dislike exercise by doing so, but I definitely wouldn't call that trauma.
Do we not want to move, or do we not even know where to start?
Okay, that's a little more accurate. Now we're being a little more honest.
Do we not want to move, or is every traditional fitness class and experience geared toward people in much different bodies than ours?
If you want to get in shape and you want to be healthy, you go take a spin class or whatever type of class, or you go to the gym and do whatever. The space is not intended for anybody of a certain body type. And in fact, a lot of people would be encouraging people living in a larger body when they saw them at the gym losing weight. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Do we not want to move, or are we scared of shaming and blaming ourselves into picking up disordered habits?
You have a million reasons for why you can't do something. Is it that we don't want to move? Or is there all these excuses that prevent us from moving? I don't know, man. You seem to have an excuse for every single possible scenario.
Do we really not want to move? Or do we just need the right environment to move again?
You don't really want to move. Everything has to be aligned just right for us to move. If you really want to move, then you'll make it happen and you won't make all these excuses for why you can't do it. Do you really want to accomplish anything in life, or make a million excuses for why you can't do it before you even try? The choice is yours. So I disagree with everything that person said, and I think it's really funny that they've started plus-size only fitness classes, and then they go online to talk about how it's not safe or welcoming to go to a regular gym. Are you sure that's the case, or you just want to sell your classes? What do you think of the clips that we just saw? Leave a comment below. Happy Monday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.